Introducing the AWS Toolkit for .NET Refactoring. With this one-stop tool, you can assess your existing .NET Framework applications for compatibility with current versions of .NET. You can then port your .NET Framework applications to modern .NET, allowing you to deploy and run on Windows or Linux. Install the toolkit via the Visual Studio Extensions menu. Start Visual Studio and then select the option to continue without code. From here, you can install the toolkit via the Extensions menu. Select Manage Extensions and then search for AWS. You can install the AWS Toolkit for .NET Refactoring. Click the Close button and then close Visual Studio, and the toolkit will finish installing. Assess your application for compatibility with the target version of .NET. Here you open the toolkit from the Extensions menu and then click the Start Assessment button to scan through the application and assess the application for compatibility with your target version of .NET. After the assessment, view the assessment results. You can see the results of the compatibility assessment here in this portion of the window. The assessment results highlight the number of NuGet packages and APIs that are compatible with the target version of .NET and which packages and APIs need to be converted or updated. You can drill into the results to get more details. Port your application to the new version of .NET. The port option allows you to port either a complete solution or a selected project. Once started, porting cannot be undone, so select the confirmation and select Port to allow the toolkit to proceed. The toolkit will now make the necessary changes to your application. Once porting is completed, select the Reload All option before proceeding. Assisted updates help you to review the code changes necessary and make updates to your code to achieve compatibility. The next part of porting your application to the target version of .NET is to find incompatible API calls that could not automatically be converted and make the code changes necessary. This will be a manual option. In some cases, you may have to move through different layers of an application to resolve the incompatibilities. For example, here where we have implementations and interfaces that need to be updated. You can use Visual Studio's error list to help find spots where APIs have changed or are incompatible and need to be updated. This will help you to drill through the solution and find areas that need to have code updates applied. The number of coding changes necessary will depend greatly on the complexity of your application. Once your coding changes have been applied, you can rebuild the application targeting the new version of .NET. Once your application builds successfully, you want to test your application on the new version of .NET to make sure everything functions correctly. Features at a glance. You can get started with the Toolkit for .NET Refactoring today by following this link.